Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project, and I have here Joe from Wilderness Rocks.
Hey, hey.
Thanks for coming back. It's been a long time.
Yeah, that was last year, right?
It's been a year. Yeah. I don't know if you remember Joe, we did a little camp out in my yard last year, and he had this really neat tent and a stove inside his tent that keeps him warm in winter. I thought that was really cool, and we'll be looking at some of that again tonight later on. Good to have you back here.
Yeah, it's good to be back. The tiny house looks awesome, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, such a great space.
It's beyond what I had envisioned.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even like the tar paper. It looks really cool like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We were walking along. I was showing Joe around and showing him the lake, and we found some acorns. And actually, it's the best harvest I've ever seen in my life. I mean, no joke. Yeah, go ahead and take that up. Let me get a couple for my camera.
Yeah. You just take these guys.
All right. These acorns are the best I have ever seen around here. In all the years, I've been here over 3 years now, and actually in all my years of acorn harvesting, there's no worms and no holes, and the ground is loaded with these right now. So we've got some bags, and we're gonna hang out here and harvest a whole mess of acorns. And oh yeah, show what you've done, because this is a cool idea.
Yeah, you just take any kind of plastic bottle, and it's a form of recycling. Poke 2 holes in it, cut the top off. I usually use jute, but today I use paracord. And then you can just drop berries or whatever. Super easy.
Convenient. It's more convenient than holding a flimsy bag in your hand and trying to balance it open.
Totally. You can even tie a bag onto it, whatever.
So we're going to do some acorn harvesting here, and then later we'll show you how to process the acorns into edible flour to make bread, cookies, all kinds of nice edible foods.
Cattails around.
Oh, cattails would be awesome right now.
With some pollen.
Oh, I love cattails. I love every part of the cattail.
Yeah.
It is a super spring treat.
Have you ever seen cattail dolls?
Cattail what?
Cattail dolls.
Dolls?
Dolls.
No, I don't think so.
I've been like hunting for the right one.
Oh, there's FedEx.
It's the same truck, isn't it?
Yeah, he must have forgot somebody. Check this out. Now here's a good example. I'm going to show this on camera. Funny that you can learn something every day. Joe was just telling me that if you find an acorn, this whole bag is acorns that the squirrels have knocked down, and they have no caps on them. And Joe had told me if you find an acorn in the ground with a cap on, it means that the squirrels have chosen it and discarded it as bad. Because the squirrel was up here a little bit ago dropping the acorns on our heads. And they'll knock them out of the trees, and then they'll come down and harvest them later. Well, here's one I just picked up that has the cap on. And sure enough, you can see it's all wrinkly. This is going to be a bad one. The squirrels have rejected it, so the cap is still on it. Now, all the others have the cap off and have been chosen by the squirrels, which we're going to eat.
Some of the long ones are open on the end.
I know. I'm actually going to move on to the others because there's more meat. The long ones are not as good. Actually, we didn't taste them either. Oh, this one sprouted. How weird is that?
I think that's why they split on the end. That's where the sprout comes.
These are sprouting early. Well, we're going to go over to the big, fatter ones. So here's these big, nice, fat, round acorns. Really good, meaty. Actually, I tried to want them. I bit into it and tasted it, chewed it a bit, and it's the least bitter acorn I've ever had.
Yeah, these guys are so big.
Acorns are considered one of the ultimate survival foods, and please, Joe, feel free to add in anything you know from your knowledge.
Definitely.
Acorn is one of the top survival foods. If you find...
Yeah, it's just a perfect... I mean, the bears literally live off of acorns in most of the country. You know, it's one of their staples. Bad acorn year is a bad bear year.
Now, I real quick roll each one in my hand really quickly just to make sure it's a good one.
You don't need any seconds.
Yeah. No protein in my acorns. So we were talking about off camera, some of the things that you can make with acorns. You can make bread.
Yep. Like
cereal.
kind of like a cake.
Cakes.
Like a bready kind of
Right.
pancake.
Coffee. Tell me about the coffee.
You know, decaffeinated, super healthy, basically acorn tea that looks like coffee.
It looks like coffee, so it'd be a nice coffee substitute.
Yeah, and also a good survival. Just say that you're stranded forever.
Uh-huh.
And there's acorns, then you have something to make a hot drink with, something to eat, you know, all of the above. So,
Okay.
you know, it's maybe it doesn't have caffeine, but it's still got some good nutrients in it.
You could eat the mash afterwards, right?
Possibly.
Well, we should
Never
try
tried
that.
that
I have some ideas as I'm working here, and this is, as I said, the first time I've ever found such a good harvest that's insect-free. I've never had such a large harvest of acorns without insects.
You know, a lot of that's luck of the draw. If you get out here on the right day when the squirrels have been working,
Right now, yeah.
you know, if you come out tomorrow, these will all be gone.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
the next day, or
That is true. I've never had such a massive harvest like this, just laying here for the taking.
you know, the squirrel's probably working in one of the trees down the way. You
Well,
know?
we had the nuts falling on our heads here.
Yep.
What gave us the tip?
Was the conch on the head?
Yeah, literally. The idea sort of hit me in the head. I've never had this many here. This is it. This is the mother lode. Not in this good quality.
Yeah, I found a lot before, but never. They were all rotten there,
Yeah, full of worms.
full of worms. I mean, there's like plenty of worms in these also, but there's so many good ones.
Yeah, I know. So I'm trusting your word on the ones with the caps now.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I never heard of before that.
Yeah, that's it's just like chicken of the wood mushroom. Totally edible mushroom, but if you harvest it growing off the wrong tree,
Uh-huh.
you'll give you stomach cramps and gas and
Oh,
bloating.
wow.
And it's basically poisonous if you don't know that it's, you know, on an aromatic tree like a pine or something. You know,
Right.
it's, you know, there's so many different variations in nature with very, you know, like fine edges.
So I was telling you in the car, acorns are one of the things that are going to get me on the path to self-sufficiency, as I've been talking about all this time. I should bring my camera over closer. I've been planning to become self-sufficient within the next year or so, completely self-sufficient. And acorns is one of the staples that you can replace your bread grains with. And acorns are a staple of the Indians. That's a nice batch there. So the Indians, they ate a lot of acorns. They knew their value.
Get him, Chief.
What's he got?
He was barking at the bag or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Something.
watch out for that
sharp.
bag.
Get him.
Well, anyway, I'm going to shut off the camera. We're going to pick a bunch of acorns and we'll be back to you in a little bit here.
One time for him. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll leave the camera on for just a second longer.
This is the give me my hat. Give me my hat. That's the best one. All right, wait. Just wait.
He loves that hat. Well, we each got a nice little bag of acorns, and just I don't know. Well, you throwing back to the squirrels. Hey,
There's a cascade of acorns.
So, what do you think? 20 minutes we did this?
Yeah, no
Max?
time at all.
So it's not bad. It's good to do some projects. I'm gonna make. I think that's a good. That might be a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and a couple of pancakes or more.
Some
Maybe
pancakes.
several days of pancakes.
Yeah, that's true. Or some acorn coffee, which I will try.
Definitely.
So-
Hey, buddy, come on. They're biting you. All the bugs are killing Chief. They're biting him on his tush.
Are they?
Here, look, they're all in his butt.
They are. Oh, poor thing. They're all over him.
Chief, come. Come. Troy's bugs are getting you.
There's no bugs out here, Joe. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's a fast way to learn kung fu.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah! Ah! Like that.